On this occasion, let me start with greeting, since we have been celebrating 78th Independence Day in this day, right? So I wish you happy Independence Day. We got independence and it's been almost 78 years, right? So our paths are hustle free because of the sacrifice of the freedom fighters and many others. We are having highest liberty to do speech, to live, to share, whatever we wish to do. That's just because of some eminent personalities. So let us give them a big round of applause for their sacrifice, right? And I would like to congratulate you because you are very much here in shaping the nation. You are contributing for the development of the nation. So how much you draw, I don't know, but you are striving hard to shape personality of future Indians, right? So we should feel glad for it. We are not developing any, concrete machines here, nor sharing our knowledge with only desktop, but you are sharing and multiplying your knowledge with children, where we get highest bliss. Are you? No? You are not satisfied with your duty or your work that you are doing? Yes, we should feel glad for it, right? So there will be ups and downs. Sometimes we render it with the highest competency. Sometimes, we lag in. But every day, each class will teach us something. Each student will allow us to learn something. Are you agree?
Yes.
It is not just we are the super body in the classroom where they are just recipients and we transact something into their brain, right? We won't feel like that, right? So just I wanted to know how many you are really like to teach. Just raise your hands, give your consent. You love teaching. Everybody? Everybody, okay. Maybe there is a skewness in it, but everybody, right? So, how many of you love learning? Everybody, again. How many of you like both learning as well as teaching? Both. Okay. Learning and teaching, both learning and teaching. So how many of you like learning but not teaching? Learning but not teaching. No. Okay, you wish to teach whatever you gain, right? You are in verge of that. How many of you like teaching but not learning? Right. Because you have earned so many degrees. You are maybe a double graduate, maybe single postgraduate or double postgraduate. Is that not sufficient? No, that's not sufficient. You feel that's not sufficient. Whatever stuff you have already with you is not sufficient. So you have to still, right. So accumulate something, get something, update something. You believe in that?
Yes.
Are we doing that?
Yes.
Very much. Sometimes.
No.
Always, sometimes, rarely, never. How do you rate it? Always? Not sometimes? Okay, that's good. So very good. You are active teachers, right? So not stagnated teacher. To teach is what? To learn. To teach is to learn. So this is the profession where we receive full respect. Full respect. Not just by, the prefix given by others like ma'am, sir. It's not just about the prefix, but it's about, the surrender. When parents come to us and say madam, that is not just their outer intention but their inner intention. and that should be in your intention. Sometimes parents treat us with a disrespect also, right? Disrespect also. Okay, we should accept it. But meanwhile, when they see progress in their children or child, they mold or moderate their opinion on you. So it is all about how best, how hard you are rendering your services towards the welfare of their child. Isn't it? It is proportional to that. If any teacher is not adding anything to the child of a particular parent, do you believe still that parent like you, the parent respect you? No. Parent live alone. So almost 6 hours, child will be under us. Even children also, students also, they won't give respect. Maybe physically they, okay, right. But inside, they formulate so many testimonies on us. Right, so many testimonies. That is based on the quality of, deliberation you render, you extend in the classroom, which really incorporates for their empowerment. So why it is empowerment? Why it is not development? Right? Why it is empowerment? We'll just quickly try to call back the definition of Mahatma Gandhiji. He quoted, he defined. He tried to define, it is not an absolute definition, I believe. Education. What is education? Education refers to a sole activity for all-round development of the children. A sole activity for all-round development of the children. All-round development. So what are the sub-components comes into it, fix into it when you say or quote it as all-round development? Physical development, mental development, cognitive development or intellectual development, emotional development, psychological development, moral development. What else? Social development. All developments. How we contribute for physical development? Can you give 1 or 2 examples? Do we really contribute for physical development of the child? What did you eat in morning? Breakfast only. What did you eat particularly? 1 idli. Do you believe that's sufficient for your, body? You should have energy so that you can concentrate here. Sometimes we help children with this kind of thing, right? Hey, trim your nails. Right? Otherwise, you will fall sick. Is it not physical? You are contributing for physical development of the child, right? Take a bath every day. Wear dirty clothes every day. No. Okay. So this is what you are contributing for even physical development of the child. When child is perfect physically, then you can swing him with psychological or intellectual development. When child physically ill, other developments can't be seen perfectly. Can be seen partially but not perfectly. If one of you are maybe suffering with dengue or malaria, maybe temperature, severe temperature, can you still able to grab me? Can I, sustain your attention? You can't pay attention nor receive anything from my deliberation because of your physical illness. So physical development is very important. So we take care of that. So based on it, we further, try to grab their attention. Their inclination is very important. Their inclination is important. What is important? Their inclination is important. Their attention is important. So generally what we do, without much understanding about it, we vomit everything in the classroom. Whatever we, prepare before the classroom. Right? So I'll give you one simple example. I have a ball. Let us assume I don't have a ball in my hands. Let us assume I have a ball. Are you comfortable with my language?
Yes.
Fine. Is it convincible?
Yes.
Right. So I have a ball. I wanted to throw this ball out of this classroom. Out of this classroom. I have a door. Through that I can throw it outside. Right? But the doors of this classroom are closed. Still I am trying to throw it away from the classroom. Successful? Can't get succeeded. Why? Doors are closed. Then what will be the result of it? That bounce back, that reflect back, that bounce back. Before hitting that away or sending it out of the classroom, I should ensure doors should be closed, open. Now I have opened the doors. Can I send the ball out of the classroom?
Yes.
1 ball, 2 ball, 100 balls?
Yes.
So many balls. Right? That many I wish to throw out of the classroom. Right? So the same principle we'll try to apply here also to sustain the inclination of the students. First, before injecting anything into their brain, whether they are ready to receive your deliberation or not, you should be in a position to assess it. If it is not assessed, you are not bothered about their inclination, then miserably you will fail in the classroom. Whatever instruction that you convey will bounce back. Nothing will be injected into the brains or minds of the students unless the doors of the brain are opened by you. Then how to open? So I know how to open the doors of my classroom. Then how to open doors of brain of your children? How to open it? Can I guess 1 or 2 tips from you? How to open that? Encourage. So today everybody looking very energetic, very smart. You have to start with a kind of motivation, a positive motivation, right? Everybody looking very energetic, very smart, right? So informal intent of the teacher, makes many things possible, right? So sometimes we should take away the shield that we wear. Teacher ante itla undala gambiranga undali. We should go there, right? We should sit along with them. We should talk with them. That's how we start the class. That's how the class should be started. Introductory activity. There are 3 portions that generally we use in writing a lesson plan. Introductory activities, developmentary activities, culminatory activities. What do we do in introductory activities? We share greeting. Good morning children, good morning students. Right? Then we praise their physical appearance and we start with informal intent, informal influence. Had your breakfast? These all are what? Informal influence, not the formal influence, informal influence. When you start with this kind of informal thing. So what did we learn yesterday? The moment you start your class with this question, their enthusiasm, their energy, everything will be wiped out. Ochindamma, start, say music. So nobody ready to listen the bad music. Everybody wish to, listen only the cherishable music. Right? That is important. Right? How much you have in your brain is at one side, how much you could able to convince your students it is other side. So both should be matched. Both should be perfectly matched, perfectly mixed up. That you have to do. Introductory activities. We share greeting and we start with motivation and we try to map their brains. Gradually we try to drag them towards your topic. Gradually, we have to do that. If that is done through this kind of activity, the doors of students' brain will be opened. So this is the key. We don't have any physical key to open it. Don't try it, right? And don't ask me to provide you any physical key. You can't even book it in Amazon or Flipkart. The only key is what? Your indirect influence. Informal talk. We must start the class with informal talk, not the way I have started, right? There was no actually informal talk. I started done generally with formal talk. It should not happen in this way. Okay, excuse me. The informal talk. Maybe you are losing 10 minutes. Maybe you are losing 5 minutes from the time period allotted to you. But whatever the 30 minutes remaining time you are utilizing will be fruitful. Without trying with this kind of technique, if you start class, oh no, time is getting over. No, I should complete this topic. Nothing will be injected. Nothing will be imbibed or promoted into their learning. This is indirect influence is important. That is there. Herbarian, maybe long back, he has guided us how to deal with human being. We are dealing with human being. We are dealing with the dynamics. The moment he start from their house, he'll leave his brain there only. He come like in a physical substance. He'll carry all the physical things, but his brain will be still at home. While he is coming to the school, maybe her mother start cooking biryani or cooking some other dish. His brain will be there only. His sister is there at home. Whether they leave anything for him or not. Mattam sister tinestunda man nakemana unchitara. Every thinks about everything. What happens at their house or home. Now what you have to do? The initial part of your class, you have to try to bring that brain back here. Right away you have to infuse it in the physical body of the child. Are we doing that exactly? We have to question ourselves. Question, answer, question, answer. Life is what? Question, answer. Question, answer. It's not in only professional, part, but even personal part. Am I doing correct? There will be, most of you are married, right? Sometimes we get into disputes also with our spouse. A person who really we love and, disputes. There again we introspect into us. Whose mistake is that? Right? His mistake. Then why I should down? No, it's my mistake. Still I should cover it. Right? Question answer. It is a kind of negotiation between question and answer. When you find the correct answer to the question, then relations will be healed like anything. That answer is important. Answer is important. More of than answer, what is important? Question is important. First, you have to raise a question. Am I doing correct? Is my mate right? Am I doing correct? Maybe he is wrong. Still, this time, question. So, am I doing right in the classroom? Am I striving really in a correct way, in a sophisticated way for the welfare of the child? That question should, arise in our mind. That question will lead us to become an inspired or inspirational teacher. Generally, we all have, passed the phase, schooling phase, right? So we remember two teachers, not medical teacher. Absolutely not medical teacher. Do we remember medical teacher? Medical teacher అంటే హాఫ్ బాయిల్డ్ టీచర్, సగం సగం చెప్పేటోని గుర్తు చేసుకుంటామా మనం? నో, ఇద్దరిని గుర్తు చేసుకుంటాం. ఎవరు వాళ్ళు? Who was strict and who was so liberal. So liberal. And we praise the teacher who was so strict. So because of him, చాలా కష్టపెట్టిండు, చాలా సార్లు ఐ క్రైడ్ లిటరల్లీ బికాస్ ఆఫ్ హిమ్. బట్ ఐఎమ్ టుడే this stage because of him. Right? Don't we create this kind of testimonies? Likewise, our students also create this kind of testimony on us. It's not being harsh, but strict is what? Discipline oriented, welfare oriented. Welfare of whom? Student. Right? So these all are we know already. It is not that we don't know, but how we portray is important. It is not that we don't know. How we portray is important. How you act is important. Every day we have to act. We have to wear almost half a dozen to dozen shields in the classroom. Right? Sometimes we have to crack a joke. We have to crack a joke. We have to negotiate with the children. We have to apprise even the flaws of the children. What is the capital city of India? What is the capital city of India? Is it changed recently? మరి అంత ఎందుకు ఆలోచిస్తున్నారమ్మా? You are breaking your heads. I don't know. It is not changed recently. నిన్న మొన్న ఏమైనా చేంజ్ అయిందా? So the capital city of India is, out of curiosity, maybe one of your student ఒకడు ఉంటాడు ఓవర్ ఎంతూజియాస్టిక్, సార్ ముంబై యూజ్లెస్ ఫెలో, సిట్ డౌన్. సో రైట్, గుడ్. Mumbai, okay, think again, think twice, thrice. No, it's looking Mumbai only, sir. I heard somewhere. Good, you are correct. But Mumbai is the business capital city of India, not the demographic capital city of India. You are correct, but you are partially correct. So this is how we encourage the students, even they are wrong. ఒకడు లేస్తాడు, తెలియదు సార్ అంటాడు. అది చెప్పడానికి లేస్తాడు, తెలియదు సార్, మర్చిపోయినాను సార్, ఐ నో బట్ ఐ ఫర్గాట్ సార్, సార్ ఐఎమ్ నాట్ గెటింగ్ సార్. రైట్? సో beautiful hearts, they have beautiful hearts, but not our hearts are that much beautiful that they have. These are polluted hearts. So much ego is injected into our hearts as we grow chronologically. Right? Beautiful hearts. Everything you have to appreciate, everything. You will definitely remember that. But I appreciate you're at least saying that, and I appreciate your initiation. లేచి చెప్తాడు ఒకడు, లేస్తున్నాడంటే you have to appreciate it. That's how you create a rapport between you and children. Sir, when I scale down the calmness in the classroom, when I start giving liberty, they all will come and sit on my head. There is one more question. Right? Let them for that moment. Maybe for one or couple of minutes. Let it be. Right? The schools are here not to penalize the students. The damn rubbish happens in the school is that keep your finger on mouth. What is that? Is he paying their hard earned that much money to just shut their mouth in the classroom? Right? So teacher is responsible for it. Let them talk. Moderate their talk. Let them talk, moderate their talk. So that principle we all must follow. They have to talk. Maname cheptam, shut your mouth. Again, immediately we'll ask a question. Then how we open their mouth? It is already stick. Though they know also. No. So the negotiation is very, very important. The rapport that we develop between children and us is very, very important. That is very important. That is only important. Like opening doors, very important, right? Throwing the ball outside of this is very easy. But whether the doors are opened or not is very important. After ensuring their minds are with them, then start, injecting in everything into their brains. Start injecting in everything into their brains. Then everything will be substantiated in their brains. Everything will be digested with their, previous knowledge. Unless the brains are, ignited or stimulated, if you start, injecting anything with your, utmost power, nothing can be, digested by them. We all must, చాలా చెప్తున్నాను సార్, వాడు డెవలప్ అవ్వట్లేదు. పీటీఎం మీటింగ్, పేరెంట్ టీచర్ అసోసియేషన్ పీటీఎం మీటింగ్లో ఇదే ఉంటుంది. వాడికి లాస్ట్ టైం 30%, ఈ టైం 31%, దెర్ ఇస్ నో ప్రోగ్రెస్ మేడం. Then what shall I do? I am doing my best. Where you are, missing? Where you are missing? Where you are missing that, hook, that we have to introspect. We should not, blame the inability of the child. Children, definitely they will have inabilities because they are children, they are students. Because they have inabilities, they are coming here to turn their inabilities as their abilities. We can't. వాడికి రాదండి, వాడు అంతేనండి, వీడు ఇంతేనండి. సో దిస్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ generalizations, we should not create even in our mind as a teacher, as a pedagogue, right? So far I have just tried to sensitize you about introductory activities. How you start your class, how you cook up your start, we'll leave it alone. But how you start your class, how you make your children to pay their attention, pay their inclination towards your class. To understand this is very important. This is very important. One person, he got a heart stroke. The initial moment when he shifted to a hospital, initial moment of maybe the 2 minutes, 5 minutes time, how you treat him is very important. How you handle him is very important. Based on that, further maybe 1 day, 2 day, you may keep him in your hospital. That rest all things will based on only the 2 minute, 5 minute, action that you pay the immediate side of, in the hospital. This is also same thing. Handling dynamics is not that much easy. We are handling dynamics. We are handling, children in the classroom, human being in the classroom, to turn them being human. So for that, how many of you completed your teacher training? That may be a diploma or maybe a graduation. Okay, right. So we learned something like foundation courses, right? Call back your studenthood. Foundation courses, philosophy, psychology, sociology, right? We learned. Yes. When did we learn? In first semester or last semester? First semester. Yes. Because intern or prospective teacher should understand the foundation of education. What is the foundation of education? What is the theory behind teaching and learning? What is the theory? What is the psychological basis? What is the philosophical basis? What is the sociological basis of it? That we must understand. When we understand the psychological, philosophical and sociological basis of teaching and learning, and the teaching and learning process will be hassle-free. You could best able to create a conducive atmosphere following all those, foundations or philosophical, psychological, basis of teaching learning process. We have naturalism, we have perennialism, existentialism, realism, right? Idealism. These all schools of thoughts will teach us how to shift your class based on the context. It is not that you have to follow any one ism. No. Contextually, you have to swing on the different schools of thoughts. sometimes liberalism, sometimes realism, sometimes pragmatism, sometimes idealism, where develop discipline. Pragmatism, where you develop hands-on training, playway method. Pragma, work done, playway method. Experiential learning. These all should be well mixed up in a classroom. If you know about that, then you could able to do that. Psychological basis, understanding your child from various aspects. SR theories, learning theories are there, cognitive theory is there, right? Emotional theory is there, many theories, social theory is there, Moreno social theory is there, the social development. When you know this, you can put forth into practice. If you don't know that, you can't put forth it into practice. Sir, is it really important to consider all these theoretical bases in teaching learning process? Is it not enough if I know Pythagoras theory? Is it not enough to come and teach? For suppose Pythagoras theory, I wanted to teach Pythagoras theory. I am a mathematics teacher, a very studious mathematician. I wanted to teach it. How will you teach it generally? How will you teach it? Who is Pythagorean? That you introduce first, right? So what theory he laid, that you will tell, right? So how you construct the theory, that you will tell, and how to imply that theory, the implications of the theory, that you will tell. Generally, any teacher, not a medical teacher, but any general teacher will go with this pattern only. Who is Pythagorean and what he laid, what the theory is about, and how to formulate that theory, then what are the implications of it. Let us keep Pythagorean and the theory, everything alone. If 20 children in the classroom, you bring 20 different triangles. What type of triangles? What type of triangles you have to bring? Pythagoras theory works on only right angle triangle. So you have to create just right angle, different shapes, different sizes, right angle triangles. Maybe 3 to 4 similar sizes right angle triangles. Don't tell anything to them. So today we are going to have a beautiful activity. Are you interested to participate? When you say activity, yes, then your purpose is what? Again, teaching the subject only, right? So you will start with that informal influence, right? I brought something for you. Then you will just take up that cover and you will take out those colorful right angle triangles. Their brains now here, from the kitchen, from the PlayStation, from the room to here. అదేది ఒక యాడ్ ఉంటుంది, లడ్డు కావాలని ఆయన ఇగ్నైట్ అయిపోతుంది బ్రెయిన్, అట్లా ఇగ్నైట్ అయిపోతుంది వాళ్ళ బ్రెయిన్. When you show that, their brain will be ignited, right? So that will light like 100-watt bulb. Are you not interested? Are you not interested? You want to play? You want to play? No, you don't want to play? Okay, so let me start distributing triangle with you only. ఎవడైతే కొంచెం డల్ ఉంటాడో, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, okay, you have to start with that person only. Okay, let me start distributing this triangle with you. Then distribute all the triangles. Don't tell anything to them. So now, do you have scale? Right. So these all are triangles. Even I also hold one triangle with me. These all are triangles. And what type of triangle it is? Right angle triangle. Okay, yes. We could sense it. One angle is 90 degree. Then start measuring the length of each side. Do you have scales? I also do it. I also start measuring the length of each side. I'll measure. Sir, side AB length is this, BC length is this, CA length is this. Right? Now, what you have to do? You have to square it. Next step. Square the length of each side. 4, 16, 3, 9, 5, 25. Right? So try to correlate those pictures, those numbers. Try to correlate them. correlate them. They'll break their heads. How to correlate it? They'll break their heads. Right? So there, if they could able to do it, that is fine. If not, now you have to, start teaching. So it is not like that. Since this is a right angle triangle, you need not to worry about correlating the lengths. There is already a formulated generalization is there. If it is right angle triangle, the square of hypotenuse, this side, is equivalent with the sum of the squares of other two sides. You check it, verify it, they'll verify. Ah, sir, right, I'm getting. Are you getting? Everybody getting? But I gave different triangles. I mean, triangles with different sizes. How come it is possible? Sir, you gave right angle triangles only, na sir. Though they are different in shape, you gave us only right angle. There will be brilliant students. But only the thing is, you have to lay a platform for them. They'll come up with this kind of answers. Wonderful, genius, right? Right, you are correct, absolutely. So, this is not propagated by me here, nor by you. Long back, there was a gentleman, his name is Pythagoras. He has induced this theory. This is called as what? Pythagoras theory. Then you declare what it is. First, you have to start with this kind of, activity. There, really enjoy your class. So tomorrow we'll have one more activity. We'll try to, disclose or appreciate someone's, maybe like Pythagoras, someone's work, what their contribution is. That is there. What happens here, the advantage of this kind of methodology, experiential learning methodology, when the child goes to examination, there is no need to recall anything from his memory, because everything is what? Internalized. Arey sir em cheppadu aa roju cover techindu, right? He brought a cover to the classroom and there was triangles, right? What he further did, okay, this everything, this is called as fluid intelligence. Crystal intelligence and fluid intelligence. There are two types of intelligences, right? Intelligence theory. That's how your psychology works here. Intelligence theory by Goldman and many other, psychologists also worked on intelligence. How intelligence works? Serial memory, free recall is possible when something, fixed up into fluid intelligence. And automatic vachestadi. You will write everything. Crystal intelligence, bits and pieces, objectivity and subjectivity, subjective knowledge and objective knowledge, right? So it is all about how the learn is all about how you put forth, how you convey, what strategy you adapt in the classroom, and whatever strategy you adapt in the classroom, that should be a psychological strategy. Whatever strategy you take, that will definitely have an inch in psychology or in philosophy. That's how our training should come into the classroom. Trained teacher, untrained teacher. Nowadays, you can, observe the situation of teacher education institutions. They're, just taking money and giving certificates. It is more or less, getting a color print of the certificate. Nothing we are learning. Let it be. But at least when you start your profession, when you start your career, there you can start, learning things. Maybe whatever happened is happened. We should not blame our past. Never blame our past. But what you're supposed to do right away, from now onwards, that we have to concentrate. Right? So understanding child is very, very important. When you understand your child, understanding husband is, inni samvatsaralu ayindi marriage ayyi, eppudu ardham cheskoledu mama. Right? Almost 2 decades, right? We've got tired, but you never try to understand me. Understanding is important. Understanding child is important. You have to understand. When you understand the other person, there will be no disputes. Everything will go hassle free, disputes free, right? How to understand the child? The big question is what? How to understand the child? What theories are there? And what strategies we can use to understand child in the classroom? Is it only sole responsibility of teacher to understand the child? Parents, there is a big proverb, parents are the first teachers. When they come to the PTM, you have to tell them strongly, madam, you are only the teacher of your child. I am second teacher only. But no one will pay you for that. You have to do it altruistically. You can't go to Mohan sir and ask salary since you say he is the first teacher or she is the first teacher. They are teachers, first teachers, morally, first teachers. It is their responsibility also. And it's your responsibility because you are considered as second parent of the child. Teacher is the second parent of the child. Okay, that doesn't mean you have to get him married. Okay, there your affairs will not work. But whenever or at what time he'll be there with you, you have to act as a parent as well as teacher. Parent as well as teacher. So concern, that moral concern should come in. The revelation out of this connection is what? The moral concern should come. Moral concern should come. When the moral concern will come, then automatically you will render the altruistic support for the welfare of your child. Whatever salary you draw, how much you know, if you don't know also, you strive very hard keeping that student in the position of your own son, own daughter. When you do that, then everything will work out, right? So, Taittiriya Upanishad, there is an Upanishad, Taittiriya Upanishad, when you budge into philosophical basis of education, there is Taittiriya Upanishad. What it is about Taittiriya Upanishad? It just, a story of conversation happened between father and a son. Father and a son. Father name Varuna, son name Bhrigu. His name is Bhrigu. Okay. Nice story. This is very nice story. Father name Varuna. Son name Bhrigu. Okay, right. So now what is happening? We are dealing with fourth generation children. Fourth generation. How come they are fourth generation? There is an evolution. For each 15 years, they are considered as one generation. Up to 2010, it is considered as third generation, right? Generation Z, generation X, Y, Z. First generation X, second generation Y, third generation Z. Now this is fourth generation. Fourth generation children who born after 2010 are considered as fourth generation children. 2000. We are dealing with such students, right? Are you? No. Is anybody here born after 2010? No. We are not fourth generation, but we are third generation children. We are dealing fourth generation, right? So Telugu medium manishi, Urdu medium manishi cheptunnadu ippudu, because their aspirations are different. Their level of understanding is different. Everything is different. Nenu Telugu nu Urdu. Neeku telisindi, naaku teliyadu, but still we are trying to negotiate something. So we born and brought up in third generation. We learn something in third generation. Our demographic basis in third generation. We are dealing with fourth generation. Alpha, generation alpha. Greek letter alpha. Alpha generation. Then what are the characteristics of this fourth generation? ఎన్ని కొనిచ్చినా ఏమి కొని అని అంటారు వాళ్ళు కదా. ఎన్ని ఇప్పించినా, నిన్ననే చాక్లెట్ ఇప్పించిన, ఎప్పుడు ఇంతే పప్పాను, ఎప్పుడు చాక్లెట్ ఇప్పియను, రైట్? సో ఎమోషనల్ బ్లాక్మెయిల్, లెస్ ఎమోషనల్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్, బట్ గ్రేట్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్, great intellectual development. They are smart. They are smart. Sometimes even we also, if we open some application, we don't know how to close it, we give the phone to child. Something is open but it is not shutting down. You do something. They'll try and error. do here and there, here and there, here and there. Hoga amma, this much easy it is. They are not. They also don't know the correct way of getting. It is closed, but they do it with trial and error method. They get succeeded. They'll give it to you. అయిపోయింది నీకు ఏం తెలియదు కదా. That much smart they are than us. So we are dealing with such smart, good IQ, with good IQ, but emotional intelligence is zero, common sense is zero. So I'll just tell you one more story before starting with the Taitreya. There was a scientist. He has a laboratory setup. వాడికి అదే పని ఉంటుంది, ఇంకా వేరే పని ఉండదు, ఫ్యామిలీ ఏముండదు, laboratory setup. But he was afraid about a thing. The thing is what? 2 cats, one mother cat and pet cat. Maybe we call it as a what? Cub? No. Then every day when he is closing that lab, they won't come out. When he close and go to house, they start shouting. Then how to take them out along with him when he close up that laboratory towards evening, maybe towards night. Then he is a scientist. Then one day he shared the same thing, the drama, with a friend, and his friend gave a very nice idea. You just give a hole to the door so that whenever cat wants to get in, that come, and wants to go out, that will go out. That will solve your problem. He did that. And maybe after 1 week or 2 weeks, the friend inquired the scientist how far the idea working, and he said it is working partially. Then I did one more thing there, added to your idea. Arey, what you did? This fellow also becomes more enthusiastic and curious to know about his intervention there. And he came to the lab and he found 2 holes there. 2 holes. Right? One big hole for mother cat, one small hole for cub. And he was in a perception that this big hole can be utilized by the mother cat, but how about that cub? Adetla bola mari. For the cub, he has created one more small hole. What is the moral of this story? Common sense is the moral of the story. Right? That big hole is sufficient for even cub, and వెళ్ళిపోతుంది కదా. ఇప్పుడు పెద్ద వెళ్ళినప్పుడు చిన్న వెళ్ళాలి దాంట్లోంచి. So unnecessarily worried and created one more hole there for small cub. This is what missing common sense. That is not there with this generation children. They are very smart, but no common sense. Morals and all these things, you leave them alone. Even everybody entangled into that. Every day morning we start giving good morning to everybody, but who resides along with us at home, we don't share it. Right? We never share it. Morning, good morning and message andariki petestam, but we never share it. That is a different thing. We'll just leave it alone. We'll come back to the common sense kind of story. Happened. It is not a cooked up story. There was no virtual reality to cook up things when there is no physical thing. Now we can cook up many things if at all there is no physical thing also, based on virtual reality, augmented reality. These all are the technologies leading this generation. So we'll go back to that Bhrigu story. So Bhrigu, one day he asked, had your lunch, everybody? No snacks. Okay, right. So I'll eat for half an hour, 40 minutes more. Okay, will you allow me to eat you? Okay, right. 1 hour, 1 more hour. Okay. So this is just, I am not, ruthlessly trying to inject anything. Just it is a kind of informal interaction. Interaction should be fruitful, and we should learn something out of interaction. So Bhrigu story again. Bhrigu and Varuna, Taitreya. This is story given in Taitreya between Varuna and Bhrigu. Right. Thank you. Here also I have one more. Bhrigu, his son and his father. Right. So the connotation between father and son is recorded in Taitreya Upanishad. One day Bhrigu went to his father and asked, what is this universe or nature about? It's full up of what? What is there in the nature? What is there in the universe? What is there in the universe? IQ was less, but emotional intelligence and common sense was huge, very huge, right? Beyond emotional intelligence and common sense at that time. Bhrigu has that common sense, and he asked the question, what is universe filled with? Then Varuna is not a kind of Bommarilu father. He is non-Bommarilu father. You go and find out. Why you are asking me? Right? You go and find out. Nudge into it, explore it, and find out what is there in the universe. Aisa? He started from the home. He went to the nature, right? Explored few things. He came back to home, right? Maybe with Ola or Uber, he came back to home and he, shared his experiences. Papa, I found it. What is that, beta? Okay, it is about physical substance. It is about physical substance. Panchabhutas. I went and found that it is filled up with Panchabhutas. What do you mean by Panchabhutas? Gali, adanta kuda vachestadi ikkada. Right. Air, water, fire, nature, sky,
and
earth. Panchabhutas. Right? So Panchabhutas. Is it so? Is it not beyond this? Is it not beyond this? Is it so? You go, once again you find out what is there beyond it. He went again and he found that it is not only physical, it is physiological. It is physiological. It is not about only hardware, there is software also. There is software I found. It is not about Panchabhutas, but Panchapranas are there. There is software. Okay, Panchabhutas, only Panchabhutas. But there is innate, inbuilt energy also seen in your body. You are lifting your hand, you are, rotating your head, you are talking, you are seeing, you are capturing. There is one more thing. That is what? Panchaprana. It is instilled with prana. There is also software, it is not only hardware. Okay, software is about, physiological. First one is what? Annamaya. Annamaya. Second one is what? Pranamaya. Pranamaya. Is it about only hardware and software? Then what is the difference between you and the creation came out of the Charles Babbage? You are like system only, you are like computer only. Are you different from computer or similar to computer? Different. In what way you are different? Sometimes you are crying, sometimes you are laughing. There is one more. You go, once again you You try to explore, you come with your exploration. He went again, he explored. It is not about only hardware and software. I have one more thing. That is what manas. I have manas also. Okay? Manomaya kosha. Manomaya kosha. Manas. Okay? Where we have all this kind of, id, ego, superego. Superego and all these things. Is it that? There is nothing out of this? I should search again. Okay, go and search. And he went again. And now this time he came up with one more invention. It's not invention, one more revelation. Invention is what he found newly. No, he is not created. That is there, just he revealed it. He disclosed it. What is that? Intellectuality. Right? Intellectuality is there. Intellectual. Vijnanamaya. Vijnanam means knowledge. Knowledge. There is full of knowledge. That's it. I thought that's it. No. Again you go. Papa, why did I start this? Okay, why did I start actually? Again he went to the nature. 1 month is over, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year over. He didn't come back. He settled in the universe only, he settled in the nature only. This time he is not, visited his father at home. Then father worried about his son and he started, finding his son, and he found his son in the nature. Beta, what is happening? What is happening? What did you find in this phase of visit to nature? Why you didn't turn up house? No, I found, comfort in the nature only. So I have received the highest bliss here in the nature. It is about Anandamaya Kosha. No, I have full bliss here in the nature, not at home, nor at any place. The world is fully filled up with what? Anandam, happiness. But we are entangled with many things. Let me write. Anandamaya Kosha. Anandamaya Kosha. So, the final revelation is what? Universe is filled up with full of happiness. Are we happy? We are not happy. Are we happy? We are not happy. If you are not happy, you are just lingering between these steps only. You are not yet reached the final step. When you reach the final step, you will feel happy. Then when will you reach? There is a big question. When will you reach? We have to reach as soon as possible. The final step, that is what? Anandamaya Kosha. Anandamaya Kosha. Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha and Anandamaya Kosha. These all are called as Pancha Koshas. 5 shields that every human being has. Every human being has these 5 shields. 5 shields. Physical, Annamaya Kosha. It is, we just feel, it is just a physical body, anatomical body. It is just an anatomical body. Anatomical body. When you, look at the infant, that infant looks like just an anatomical body. When he, start growing, he will look, he start, smile and all these things he will give. Prana also you can sense. That prana also you can sense. Physiological, Pranamaya Kosha, where we have again Pancha Pranas. Pancha Pranas, Udhana, Prana, Samana, Apana. Generally in pujas they'll say Udanaya Swaha, Samanaya Swaha, Pranaya Swaha. Right? What is that? You are surrendering everything to the God. Whatever pranas you have, you are surrendering everything to the God. That actually we promise, but we never surrender anything to anybody. We keep everything with us only. Right? It is about prana. That prana you sense. Then Manomaya Kocha. When you start sitting and walking, and you want everything. Right? You want everything. If you say your dress is dirty, then he'll crawl, he'll creep, he'll shout. When you give only 2 chocolates and keeping remaining chocolates with you, no, I don't want this 2, I want that. That id will start here. Yes. That manas, vancha will be developed, and that will start with, id. This is called as animal want, animal desire, animal want. So there will be no discrimination. There will be no, what is that? Discrimination developed in them. What is good and what is bad. They want everything to them only. That will be developed, and gradually that will turn as an ego, and finally they will receive super ego with the help of intellectual development. Then they will join in the school. They will be joined in the school. Their intellectual development will be started. And most of them are stagnated at 4th stage only. So it is, a kind of dispute between knowing and unknowing. Knowing and intellectual means what? Knowing, unknowing. What is knowledge? Knowledge is knowledge. What is knowledge? Known to unknown. Can't be unknown to known? Can be unknown to known, can be known to known, can be anything. What? But it has a meaning. It has a wonderful meaning. Knowledge has a wonderful meaning. Having certain relationship between knower and known is called as what? Knowledge. We are still trying to understand about a child. Right? When you understand child, understanding is only the medicine, multivitamin, which heals everything. We are just trying to understand the child. What is knowledge? The sentence that we see in the textbook, or an example, or a picture, or a hierarchy, or a table that we see in the textbook, is that knowledge? Is that knowledge? No, that is not knowledge. Then what else knowledge is? Knowledge having certain relationship between knower and known. Knower and known. For suppose, let us assume this is a duster. I just always used to give this example to my students. This is duster. This is duster. To a 3-year-old child, is this a duster? Is this a duster? It is everything else than duster. Right? He'll assume it as a bus sometimes, as a phone sometimes, as ice cream sometimes, as a sibling sometimes, throw it, right? So he'll add all other features than its original feature. Is there any relationship between him and the known thing? No. So gradually he'll come to know the attributes of it, what it is, what is the purpose of it. He could develop a kind of relationship between him and the object. Known and knower. Knower means a person who is in verge of knowledge. Known means the article or a thing. When the relationship is developed, thereafter we could able to use that substance in correct direction. That is knowledge. Knowledge is not a plus b whole square, not a minus b whole square. So whether you are in a position to use the articles, things or material you have at your end in a correct way or not is what? Knowledge. That is knowledge. So we have evolved a different definition to the knowledge, which is not there anywhere in the theory. This is what a ruthless thing we are actually evolved out of our misunderstanding of it. There are different types: perceptual knowledge, conceptual knowledge, primary knowledge, secondary knowledge. There are different things, and sources also there. There are sources: sensory organs, existence, sensory. Mostly we receive knowledge through sensory organs, and sometimes we receive knowledge through experience. Sometimes we receive knowledge through intuition. When you think over it, Newton, he just slept on underneath a tree, and all fruits are falling on him. Why they are falling down? Why they are stagnating in middle? Why they are going up? Why they are traveling horizontally to the earth? So intuition, that question is raised in your brain. You started thinking about it. Intuition. One day, yes, I got it. Eureka! It has some power. What is that power? I don't know, but it has that power. So many times we buffer things in our brain. And when you wake up, or maybe at the midnight, when you busy in some work, the spark will come into your brain. You will get answer to that question. That is what intuition, power of intuition, existence. నువ్వు అనుభవిస్తే తెలుస్తుంది అది, నువ్వు పడితే తెలుస్తుంది అది. Existence, when you become part of the situation, that situation will give you something, enable you to learn something. Existence, these all are the things will make you to learn. Intellectual development. Anandamaya kosha. We'll started with knowledge. And when we actually start with data, rough thing, then when you process that rough thing will reveal information. Sorry, I'll use this. That rough thing will give information. When you process that information, that will give knowledge. When you process that knowledge, that will give understanding. When you process this comprehension, that will give what? Wisdom. What is wisdom? Highest level of the knowledge or happiness? You wrote exam well, and you are confident you will get 100 marks, right? So you see how your face will cherish that, that will spark, or show like 100,000 watts bulb. That happiness will get when you know about, when you came to know about what it is. Before you are not aware of that, you are in a dilemma. You are with only half of the information. When the information is completed, when you got to know what it is actually, then we'll enjoy doing the thing, or enjoy knowing about that. That is what called as wisdom, which is almost equal to Anandamaya kosha. Are we really reaching this stage? In our professional life, in our personal life, right? So are we really reaching? Are we really satisfied? Are we really happy with the things that we are doing at home, in our personal life, that the things that we are undertaking here as part of your profession? Are we really seeing that same kind of happiness in children, in students? We have to question ourselves. No one will come and question, should not question, but we have to question. The self-assessment is very, very important. So world has been turned to innovative teaching learning practices, not the traditional or so-called conventional teaching learning practices, but it has been turned to innovative teaching learning practices. Then where we are in that scale, in that line, where we are, even I also have to question where I am. If I update myself, if I learn all these recent technologies, I may not 100% receive the Anandamaya kosha, but I get some kind of bliss. I started my journey with only 12,000 salary. There, my service was not, determined by the amount of the salary I drew at that point of time. Whatever I draw, that is okay. That is at one end. But whenever the class is given to me, whenever I have these many brains with me, I should do justice with these many brains. I should help them. If whatever things I don't know, let them, away. keep them in bag and lock it. But whatever I know, the same thing should be delivered, should be promoted in children, right? That is a kind of return gift we'll get all of a sudden from the Almighty, who we believe. We all believe in Almighty. There is a power, supernatural power. We all are under. Sometimes I feel there is no CC camera. There is a CC camera. Okay. There is no CC camera in my class. Okay. Right. You stand up. I do whatever I wish to do. There is no CC camera. Right. At home also nobody. Right. Okay. I enjoy. Close the door and enjoy inside. But unfortunately, we all are under a big CC camera. We all are under a big surveillance system. Everything will be, noted down. Everything will be noted down. We are going to pay good amount of penalty for whatever flaws that we commit. Right? It is not a person who, vigilant us, but there is one more person who vigilant. That is, given in all kind of religion and religious holy books, right? Which is similar. If you are doing your duty well, rendering highest, services, but not drawing whatever proportional amount that you're supposed to draw, in some way, sometime you will get it. Definitely you will get it, right? Sometime your life will be turned, right? Because all these kind of altruistic, activities or gestures that you have shown in the classroom will definitely help you at certain point of time. We all should believe and you remember that will definitely happen. That happened in my life also, right? So now I'm in a position to, chart out my everyday duty. Where to go? I'll get maybe 10 to 12 calls. Tomorrow you come here, there, we have this work, that work. Where to go? What to do? Right? So the happiest person is the person who is always busy, who get full work, right? There are people who are, not getting work to do. They are at streets. They are at what we call them labor addas. Labor addas, right? Desperately, looking to get a position for that day, to just earn 500 rupees, 200 rupees, maybe 800 rupees. But I am not in that position. I am having or getting full work. Then when it is possible? When your abilities are, ventured, when your competencies are developed, when you are in series of updation, when you are in serious or rigorous towards your profession and towards your life, then you will get this kind of opportunities. Definitely, today maybe you all are here. This is beginning. And there should not be a stagnation. Maybe your sir wants you to be here only. Because maybe he is adjusted with you, the students may be adjusted with you, everything. You should strive hard. When you strive hard, sometime later you may get, wonderful opportunity to lead the school as an in charge. Maybe to start a new educational entrepreneurship. What not? If we grow, no one will show their agony. They'll cherish. Sometime back, they worked with us, right? But to climb that ladder, what you're supposed to do? That we have to do. Technology-driven classrooms. So we are even, few of us even not aware of the creating PPT. How to create a PPT, how to add a slide, how to give animation, custom and slide transition to a text box that we give into slide. If you are not actually sure about it, no worry, because artificial intelligence is leading. Artificial intelligence infused tools are readily available. There are number of tools. Just you give your prompt in that tool, then that will create a PPT for you. If you are not convinced with that created PPT, you can, reshuffle it, that will create one more PPT for you. this kind of tools are very, very much available for free. Then what we supposed to do? We supposed to pay? You have to, explore. You have to get awareness, sensitivity of using or exploring those tools. This is very, very important. This is important. So updating our knowledge is important. There are so many platforms available. I'll give list of platforms to prepare PPTs, to prepare question papers, to prepare content, e-content modules to your sir. Your sir will share it in your group. GeoGebra is there, NetLogo is there, right? So this bird become Gemini, and these all are just became low level. There are more sophisticated AI infused tools are available for free. The only thing we should have a smartphone. But the thing is, we don't have a smartphone. How to do that? We don't have a smartphone, right? You have already? You have smartphone. We all have smartphones. So, but we don't know. We don't know. And in the beginning also, I don't know how to operate WhatsApp. But I'm in a position to, make wonders in the WhatsApp. Facebook, I'm in a position to make wonders in the WhatsApp, Facebook. The only thing is what? You have to explore. You have to tap it. Just you have to tap it. Then automatically, if not, so in a very progressive manner, trial and error manner, you will come to know what it is. If it goes in some different direction where you can't, come back, then switch off and switch on. Your phone will start booting in a normal version. Exploration is important. Sensitization is important. We see 101 YouTube videos. Right? Methi chutney etla jayala, ee chutney, identi, adenti. Okka video, what AI tool can be used to create instant classroom assessments? It is just a moment away. If you eat it, that won't, refuse your request. Nu eppudu chudaledu, this is the first time, I won't give results. Will it say? That is a stupid thing, system is a stupid thing. Has no emotion. Ever vachina accepts. No discrimination. That will give finest result to you. Then watch a video. That video will tell what it is. Right? So you require nobody to know about anything. If you have a smartphone. And we all fortunately having smartphones. We are just a moment, a step away. You have to just type the prompt in the, what is that, address bar or search bar. Type the prompt, everything you will get. So nudge into it. Keep on, update yourself so that you will reach the Anandamaya Kosha in your life. Right? With respect to different things, with respect to your position, with respect to the package, with respect to the intellectuality, with respect to everything. The social respect you will get from others. Everything, what not everything. Right? So, with this I wish you all the best, and can I continue or we'll start it? It is 2:15 already. Fine? Shall we stop it? Okay. So, if possible, again I will come. We'll have hands-on practice. I'll come with 2-3 recent technological platforms. We'll have hands-on practice in the computer lab or somewhere. Okay. I'll just make you to know how to use a particular product. There are engines. There are not, these online platforms, but there are applications. How to install that application. How to use that application. Particularly in lesson planning, particularly in assessment, particularly in content creation. So, always we depend on content created by someone. Can't be a content creator? Google, whatever you search, you will get information. From where you get the information? Huh? Lord Shiva will infuse something into that? No one, we only, like, people like us only will develop. They are called as, web writers, content developers. Anybody, you also can develop content and keep in Wikipedia. Each one of you should create a blog, and in your blog you have to update the videos and all these things. If you give that blog ID to parents, and parents see that at the home, their children should go through with your blog, should listen your videos, should see the content that you upload, right? To check their progress with the activity that you give in the blog. Everything is free. You need not to pay anything for it. Their purpose will be served. They want phones with them. Phones will be there, but they will utilize the phones for a different purpose. And if the viewers number increased, number of hours increased, then monetization is of course possible. You will get money also for that. So creating blog is very easy and it is free. Just a step away. So now onwards we'll try to upscale ourselves. ఒక బ్లాగ్ క్రియేట్ చేసిన తర్వాత మీ బ్లాగ్ కి చాలా మంది విజిటర్స్ వచ్చి చూస్తూ ఉండి వాళ్ళు కమెంట్ చేస్తూ ఉంటే we get ఆనందమయ కోశ there, right? So you are not doing anything more beyond of your capacity. You are not doing anything beyond of your capacity. 1000 mm దోశ ఏం వేయట్లేదు మీరు. చిన్న పని ఫోన్లో ఇక్కడ కూర్చొని అయిపోయింది కదా. పర్పస్ ఇస్ సర్వ్డ్. ఎవ్రీథింగ్ దేర్. దిస్ ఈస్ వాట్ going beyond the textbook. What is going beyond the textbook? If the textbook about mathematics, I'll teach social studies. Is that going beyond the textbook? So what is content there in the textbook? Based on that, you have to take them, you have to map their brain out of that, so that they'll receive the content or the information, knowledge which is not there in the textbook as well. Going beyond the textbook. Teaching beyond the textbook, teaching beyond the classroom. There are many more principles, okay? So, I wish you all the best. I really appreciate your active involvement, your active participation. Though something is running your brain, still I could see your presence. At least 10% of the information is ignited or ignites you. I am successful in today's session. Okay, so whatever we are doing regularly, we have to shift from that. Regular nunchi irregular duty cheyadam kaadu, super regular duty cheyala. Okay, right. So thank you so much for the management. So Mohan, he has started this institution with loads of passion. He is not carrying any legacy, but he is in verge of creating legacy, right? So it is not that someone has already established and he is just taking forward it nominally. No, he has started it with from the scratch level, and he is in verge of developing it like anything. I must appreciate both wife and husband. Okay. Right, so we'll meet once again. I wish you all the best to the management also, and I wish you all the best for your career also. Stretch your wings, not like this. Like this, okay? Develop anonymously, right? Reach highest positions in your life. Get all the comforts. Reach Annamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha, not Annamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha, right? Okay, reach Annamaya. Okay,
Thank you so much.
right, thank you. So next time if I come, you should tell me what the new thing you learned, right? And that new thing you are implementing in your class. If it is not technology, a new strategy, a new mode of teaching transaction, that everybody you should tell. A case study, your success stories you all have to tell. Okay, first 1 hour you all have to say your success stories only on next visit.